up YouTube, Frost the Hobidon here, and today I'm back with another reaction video for all of you. And this death battle, another death battle reaction, is Spider-Man versus Deku, aka Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya. Marvel versus My Hero Academia. I'm sure a lot of people are debating about how this is going to go out. I'm excited about this too. Miles Morales lost to Static Shock, and Deku lost to Asta from Black Clover. If you haven't checked out the original video, if you haven't checked out my reaction to those, I have reacted to both of those death battles. You can check out my playlist, death battle playlist. If you haven't seen this death battle, I'll leave a link in the description down below, so you guys check this death battle out for yourself, and then come back and see my reaction. Alright, that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more future videos along the way. I look forward to seeing how these turns out. We're not going to waste any time. Without further ado, let's get on to the reaction, shall we? We all both know who these characters are. Let's get on to it. 3, 2, 1, let's do it to it. And it's going to be in 2D animation.
Miles Morales versus
I think it's the same guy who worked on the indie animation, the indie games cartoons with Cuphead and Shovel Knight.
To find out who would win a
death battle.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and
the Hulk
shattering gods.
How many of y'all seen Ang Lee's The Hulk movie? That old movie, not the Incredible Hulk, the old Ang Lee Hulk movie. That version that when the more you attack him, the bigger and stronger he gets. Plus with his rage, that one was broken. Yeah, but we're not.
Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like
right.
In Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
1610, aka the Ultimate Universe. And that universe is basically a more modernized take of the Marvel Universe, except that most heroes are complete jerks and a-holes. And Peter Parker is the only heroic one. He died at the age of 16 by the Green Goblin, or the Goblin, that hulking fiery version of the Goblin, Norman Osborn. Apparently they already know who Peter Parker is. He attacked his home, wants to kill him. Norman Osborn is downright ruthless and evil in this one. Also, it's bad enough that the Ultimate Universe, Peter is terrible at keeping his identity a secret, because on the first day he got bit by the spider, way before he was Spider-Man, Norman Osborn, Doc Ock, they already know he's Spider-Man. And Nick Fury knows, and a lot of other heroes know that he's a kid. The Avengers know. A lot of people know he's already Spider-Man. Even the Kingpin removed his mask. He just wants to know who he is personally, so he can kill him and his family. The Kingpin somewhat knows what he looks like underneath that mask. It's yeah, Ultimate Universe is kind of gets messed up. It gets dark. Peter died by the Green Goblin while also defeating the Green Goblin. And yeah, and Miles Morales becomes the new Spider-Man.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now...
I like Into the Spider-Verse.
The canon event to start...
I like Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. He's my favorite. But here they're talking about 1610A, the comic book Miles Morales, who moved into 616 due to Secret Wars. Okay, real name Miles Morales. Age, he's 17 currently. He's currently 17. He got his powers at the age of 13. And then yeah, he was there at the death of Spider-Man. He's graffiti artist. I think that was a movie thing, but they put that in the comic books now. Because I don't remember him being a graffiti artist in the comics. He's 5 feet and 8 inches tall. I'm an inch taller than him. My career is an inch taller than him. He's a member of the Champions, the Ultimates, and the Avengers. He likes Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Oh wow. And Gwen Stacy. Well, the Spider-Verse version, like Gwen Stacy. I believe in the main comics, Miles Morales is dating Adrian Toome's daughter, the Miss Adrian Toome's daughter in the main comics. He dislikes canon events, GameSpot, and Paul. No one likes Paul. Zeb Wells created that character, and Marvel Editorial likes the character, but fans hated the character, Paul.
This spider carried the Oz formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength.
The Oz formula, that's only a 1610 Ultimate Universe thing. It's not a 616 thing.
Speed and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
It's weird, because in the Ultimate Universe 1610, the spider that gave Peter Parker and Miles Morales his powers comes from Oscorp. In the Ultimate Universe. For Peter Parker in 616, it was just a normal spider just hanging on the ceiling. It got hit by radioactive waves, and Peter was getting his stuff, and it bit Peter, and that was it. A normal had no connection to Oscorp. But because people love the Ultimate Universe so much, they want to make the spider that bit Peter connected to Oscorp Industries, and I feel like that would make his identity get revealed soon. That make people figure out his secret identity if they look at Oscorp. I never liked that. I always liked the original, how Stan Lee set it up.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time.
That is true. The spider sense is very helpful. Also, a good fun fact, the spider sense is connected to the Web of Fate, which every single spider person has. The spider sense is connected to the Web of Fate.
Got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May.
We all know Spider-Man's powers. And his Venom Blast.
Swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Yeah, that's true. 1610 Miles Morales never wanted to be a hero. His dad hated superheroes, and he was killed in the process. His mother was eaten by Venom in the main 1610 universe. That was just a cannibal. That was just a cannibal monster. But I think they'll explain that he moved to 616.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward. Oh.
Uncle Aaron was this. When people think of the Prowler, they think of Miles' uncle, Uncle Aaron. Fun facts, Marvel fans. The original Prowler was Hobie Brown in the main 616. The first time I seen the Prowler was from the 90s Spider-Man animated series. It was Hobie Brown. He was going through some tough times. He made a deal with Kingpin. He used his powers to help his family out. Kingpin wants Hobie to kill Spider-Man. Hobie Brown said no. And now he's the Prowler and he protects the city. But ever since the Ultimate Universe, they want Aaron Davis to be the new Prowler. People don't care about Hobie Brown as Prowler. They only think about Aaron Davis. When people think of Hobie Brown, they now think of him as Spider-Punk. Well, man, but don't forget that Hobie Brown was the OG Prowler that chose to be a hero.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on.
Oh, I hate that movie. I hate that movie part. I hate that part in the movie, I mean.
Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye.
It was not always like that.
And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it
himself. Do his own thing.
This particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Camouflaging and Venom Strike.
Though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric.
But Miles generates a bioelectricity, allowing him to produce powerful venom blasts that can stun his enemies and destroy technology. He can infuse this into his webbing with an transmitting a electrical shock.
Energy and weaponize it, which which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like bio.
Yeah, they gave him 616 gave him so many powers. In Earth 616, ever since Secret Wars, Miles Morales gave the Molecule Man a week-old burger, which is nasty, but Molecule Man can just change the molecules to make it taste fresh. He's Molecule Man. People forget about that. Molecule Man is very powerful. He moves Miles Morales into the 616. His family was resurrected. His best friend is there. His childhood, the people he know in 1610 had all moved to 616. So Miles Morales now stays in 616 as another Spider-Man, trained under 616 Peter Parker. And as a Marvel fan, Miles Morales has a better life than Peter in 616. Miles has a loving family, he has a sister, he has a clone brother that helps him, he has a girlfriend, he's doing well in school. Being Spider-Man, every superhero likes him better than Peter, because in the main 616, all the heroes hate Peter Parker. They really hate Peter Parker, they find him annoying, they like Miles Morales better than Peter. And Miles Morales get all these new power-ups. And the writers, Marvel Comics, they like Miles Morales better than Peter. As Peter Parker, life sucks. Peter gets no job, he gets no girlfriend, he gets no future, he gets a sad ending, they hate Peter Parker. They took Mary Jane Watson away from Peter and have him be with Paul. Peter's life sucks in the 616. This is why I read the new Ultimate Spider-Man, where Peter is married and he has 2 kids. That's the best Peter Parker, who is more mature. While 616 Peter has not matured because writer editorials really hate Spider-Man. Peter Parker. They love Miles Morales, but they hate Peter Parker. They just hate Peter Parker from some dumb reason. They think Spider-Man has to be miserable and suffer because it's more relatable. They've mistaken misery with relatability. While Miles Morales, he's doing well. He's doing fine. I like Miles Morales. I just tired of Marvel's comics treating Peter Parker like garbage. Because Peter Parker is the OG Spider-Man, and making him miserable is not a good thing when it comes to writing. I'm sorry for my ranting, but here we go.
The spider was this.
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Ah, good to know. Biology lesson.
Whatever kind of bite it was,
Zoology lesson.
Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as
What's up, Danger?
Miles
Love
can
that
dodge
track.
gunshots,
Yes, he can.
lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
That's nothing new. Spider-Man has done some crazy feats, carrying the entire building of the Daily Bugle by himself. Managed to punch T-Rex dinosaurs. Managed to go toe-to-toe against Firelord, a planet destroyer named Firelord. Peter Parker beat him by himself, one-on-one. Like the Avengers had to stop Spider-Man, saying, "You already won, Pete. Stop." Peter Parker can knock criminals with a flick of a finger. He always has to hold back. He can tank punches, because people will break their hands punching Spider-Man if Peter doesn't hold back. Knock the flesh off your face. That's Peter Parker. So Miles Morales could do the same thing.
Oh, geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks. And
That is true.
Miles more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of
While this feat was performed by Insomniac Earth 1048 Miles Morales, this demonstrates that the universe is comparable in the powers to their 616 and 1610 counterparts in the comic book crossover.
a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem. A blast that would have equaled
Insomniac universe is on par with the 616.
From a ton of older heroes too.
Yes.
A member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage
With Kamala Khan and
likes of
Nova.
Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The king of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
Black Panther gave him the Wakandan vibranium Spider-Man suit during the vampire event in the comics. Yeah, Miles Morales has been getting good stories in 616.
Same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and
That's-
vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still
Correct.
shut off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable
That
as,
is true.
say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic
Ah, Marvel
energy
Rivals.
will
I was
overload
just
it.
playing
Don't
that.
hear it when it does, or
I
you'll
got the
end up
black
like
suit
the
Spider-Man
Falcon here
costume
when he used his
and
vibranium wings to
symbiote
stop
Storm.
the bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when
Yeah, it's just that New York is more popular in the Marvel Universe. Yeah, it's New York always gets attacked in the Marvel Universe.
vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output
Yeah,
into
new superpowers.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic
It also helps that Miles Morales is the champion to the Spider God Anansi, the Spider-Man, the stories, Spider of Stories, Anansi, Anansi, the Spider God who tells stories, a trickster god in African culture. Yeah, Miles Morales is his champion. Well, similar to how Madam Web, the OG Madam Web, is Peter Parker's champion. Peter Parker is the champion to the original Madam Web, but she died in a Kamala Khan story, I believe. I'm not sure. They killed her off just to have a younger female, a younger Madam Web who only cares about the female Spider people, because she did not care about Peter Parker at all. Only the Spider Women, which is sad, really.
shonen power up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities,
I remember.
Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer standing in the shadow, but
Yeah, he's
side by
his own
side.
Spider-Man.
Literally, his universe got blown up, and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his
See what I
family.
mean?
And now
See what I mean? Along with it, I hate that Colgate suit. I really hate this suit. Yeah, Miles Morales moved to 616 because of the Ultimate Universe. And the maker being the evil Reed Richards causing
it's
problems.
him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse.
He blew up a giant symbiote dragon that happened in 616, lifted most of a building, took hits from Giant Woman, dodged missiles, lightning, and lasers, stopped an inheritor, those vampire people who eat Spider-Man like Morlan, and saved the Web of Life, saved an alternate universe of his evil clone, won an Oscar. Oh wow, is it because of the movies? He has defeated the Prowler, his uncle, the Green Goblin, which is the Goblin from the Ultimate Universe, Venom from the Ultimate Universe, not Eddie Brock Venom. Eddie Brock Venom doesn't know who he is. He hasn't done anything wrong. Mr. Negative, Xylem, and the Kingpin.
Teaming up with all sorts of other Spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime Spider people,
Penny
robot
Parker.
Spider
I play
people,
as her in
dinosaur
Marvel
Spider
Rivals.
People, Spider people, a whole lot of them, each with their
Also, Marvel Rivals, can you give us Penny Parker from Into the Spider-Verse as a skin for Penny Parker in Marvel Rivals? If you can find an artist who can capture the anime style.
own way of getting the job done. Miles even led him into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional
Merlon.
vampire assholes.
This is what
Yeah, they
Stan
are.
Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero.
Rest in peace to Stan
Regardless
Lee
of
and
who they
Jack
were,
Kirby.
Any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing.
Yeah.
For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
Yep. Alright, my favorite Spider-Man team is Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man Noir, Obi Brown, Petrica Parker, which is Spider-Indy, Penny Parker, and Ben Reilly, Kane, Mayday Parker. I think that's it. Those are my favorite Spider people. Oh, and Spider-Ham. Can't forget Spider-Ham.
But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan,
This episode contains spoilers for the ending of My Hero Academia, so if you don't want to be spoiled, you can just skip to the battle.
there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace. All Might.
The big numero uno.
One
With
of
a
the-
smile
oh my,
on
one of
his
the best
face, he can
anime
save
version-
anyone
anime
and win
Superman
any fight,
copycat.
no matter
One of
what.
the
Or
best.
so it seemed. After a battle with his
All Might
arch-nemesis,
is one of the best
All Might was
Superman
grievously
copycats of
injured.
anime.
His time as
He
a
was
beacon of
inspired
hope
by
was coming
Superman
to
for
an
most
end,
of it.
and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolve to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks.
I like
But
ice
not everyone
powers.
is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya,
Izu-
or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save
All right, real name is Zuko Midoriya. Age, he's 16 years old in the series, but he's 24 years old in the post-time skip. He's 5 feet and 6 inches tall. Profession, he's a teacher and a part-time hero. One alias, one for all hero, Deku. Possesses 7 quirks. Favorite food, Casadon. Romantic interests, oh, you know, one of them. Oh.
people just like
Oh,
All Might,
I get it.
but even his idol told him that he
I
would
get
have
it.
to give up on his dreams.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his
Yeah,
Sigma
Bakugo
quirk
was unlikable in the
until
early
he got chance
in the
to
early
alpha up
seasons.
and lend his
He
rival a
grew
helping
up.
hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One for All. This power allows him to
Eat
boost
this.
his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes,
Yeah,
even
I get
finger
it.
flicks, One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow on accident.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to punch. He wasn't supposed to fight that. You're supposed to avoid it. And yet he earned enough points to pass.
Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that
Yeah.
looks like it hurts.
One
It
for All's power
does.
was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it.
I'm sorry
In
if
the
I'm
hands of
talking
an
a lot.
improper
This
vessel,
is my
One for All
channel.
could
I
cause
gotta
their
talk.
body to explode. So
Just to
Izuku
explain
would
things
need
and some
to
characters they don't know-
continuously train to
y'all don't know
master it
about.
At his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
Get that trash out of here.
He'd be inspired
We
by
hate fan
girly
force
pop
stick in this.
Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may
Okay.
have taken too far.
When it came
That
to
is true.
saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of
Do
putting
Your
others
Best,
way
calling him Do
before
Your Best.
himself. Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down
Yeah.
on his hospital bill, he developed full
Hospital bill.
Instead
Yeah,
of
I know
using
the
his
pain of
quirk in
that.
Short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style, shoot style. To use a stronger limb that
Very
he'd be less
useful
likely to
style for
break,
him.
Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and
Oh, that's
switched
where he
to
got it from.
focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All for One, All Might would be forced
The
into
United
retirement.
States of
Just
Smash
a
was
few
epic.
months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto
Yep.
Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by
All
his
Might's master.
and onto her by her master. One for All
And
was
the
a
granddaughter
power that was
to
built
Sho-
upon for generations.
The grandmother
The quirks
to
of the previous users of One for All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits, or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils.
Works all for one. Sheer gear shift. Fajin, danger sense, float, smoke screen, black whip. Costume Zeta, Air Force gloves, mid gauntlets, and iron souls.
To swing around and restrain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his muscles if he can't move.
Float
Right.
allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger sense
Which is
detects
very
incoming
useful.
threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smoke
Similar to the Spider Sense. The creator of My Hero Academia was a fan of Marvel's Spider-Man comics. That's where he gets inspirations from. So his danger sense isn't as advanced as the Spider Sense, but I'm sure he has his other powers to help him out on that.
screen lets him create a smoke screen.
Yeah.
But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smoke screen.
That's swell and all, but
Yeah.
the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with
That is
Black Whip to
true.
create the powerful black chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with full
I forgot about the
cowling to
black
achieve
chain
full
part.
100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once
That's
used
good.
it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's
You would be
bullet
in
once
love.
crossed a distance
It's
of
a shame
around
that she turned evil.
215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even
Yeah, it's
faster than
crazy.
that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down
Oh,
foes
wow.
to leave them frozen in the air.
That'd
Or
be
move so
callbacks.
fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track
Shigaraki,
him. And this
yeah.
is a dude who can catch light speed.
That is true. We all know Shigaraki's death battle and how he won. Okay, Deku can forcibly transfer the advantages of One for All to an opponent to directly attack their soul. But he loses one of his quirks each time he does this. This also requires they digest some of his DNA.
Speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One for All was suffocating him though.
Feats unlock One for All Full's potential, became the number 4 hero, obliterated Dark Might's fortress. Oh yeah, from the movie. Flew nearly 200 km in an hour. Survives recoil of his own attacks. Saved Uri, Kota, Armami, and and Lady Nagant. Defeated Shigaraki, All for One, Overhaul, Gentle, and can hit you really, really hard.
He's been doing
can hit you.
all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even
Yeah.
figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of having to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
Dark Deku.
Alone was never where Deku fought
Edgy
best.
Deku.
Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they
His friends had
admired
to
his
bring him
strength
back
and
to the
desire
light.
to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So
Yeah.
when it came to
Yeah, Bakugo changed for the better. He was a better person during that. So I'm glad they did that.
time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on.
Yes,
Because
they did.
That was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All for One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though
Yeah, he did.
lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One for All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school. If not for the
I remember
sick
that
new armor,
anime.
he eventually got to go back to kicking butt.
I missed
He
that.
even
That
made it all
anime-
the way back
that- I
to the
love that
top
anime.
of the rankings.
All with the help of
He
his
became number
friends.
4 hero.
For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero. All right, the combatant
I didn't know about the part where they built an armored suit like him, like Iron Might, like similar to Iron Might for Deku to keep on being a hero. So I didn't know about that part.
are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's do this. I'm not sure who's winning this. Oh, New York City. Oh, I like this. Comic book style. He's the vibranium suit. Move the animation.
More man and less spider than usual. Whoa, I was looking for you. Show me
Really?
what you can do. All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth.
Watch the hands. I love that. Delaware Smash.
Let's try that one more time. Guess who?
Okay.
I
Nice.
can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
Oh, he broke his web shooters.
Like that.
Venom Blast. It's broken. Oh, he's speaking Spanish. People forget Miles Morales speaks Spanish. Really old New York.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out. Because
Good idea.
I always do my best.
I'm not sure who's gonna win this. But Miles is giving it his all. Oh, that's cool.
If I'm gonna do my best,
There you go.
I gotta do my own thing.
Yes, you will. Oh, I love it. The sword construct.
Sarah was right. Your quirk is amazing. Amazing is my buddy. They call me the
Oh, respect Peter Parker.
His suit has shot absorption.
This Miles has respect for the ultimate, for Peter Parker. I like that. Because Marvel Comics has no respect for Peter. Just glad that Miles does. I might have over-exaggerated saying all the heroes hate Peter Parker. There are some who do. It's just depending on who's the writer.
Go beyond.
Whoa. Wow. Oh, man. Yikes.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
you really are
You turn a comic into a manga.
the ultimate.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
KO! Vaya con Dios, Aranya Hoven.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers,
Explain.
which matched up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly,
Evenly,
given
you
the
say?
not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have
Yeah.
some edges over
Like
the
I said, the
other.
creator
Spider
of My
Sense
Hero
gave
is a
Miles
fan of
more
it.
insight.
Is a fan of Spider-Man. While Miles is a herald of the Spider God Anansi, like I said, Anansi is largely a supportive mentor rather than a direct combatant to Miles' behalf. However, Miles' status as his herald could theoretically grant him spiritual protection from being attacked by one for all's vintages.
On his surroundings
Okay, that
and
makes
threats than
sense.
danger sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was harder for Danger Sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the
Correct.
Spider Sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen. But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float
That's
was
right.
a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fajin gave a bigger boost in strength.
While Venom is effective against genetic mutants, it can be resistant by those with high durability or pain tolerance, such as Ultimate Green Goblin. Deku has withstood electrical attacks from Shigaraki and Nine. Even if the Venom Strike did paralyze Deku, he could puppet his body with overlay.
Than Venom did. Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up,
That's
speed.
fair.
Scaling to Peter, Miles
Okay, who's
could dodge
faster?
light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku, though, that wasn't his best.
Thanks to
That
Gear
is true.
Shift, Deku could
Gear
speed
Shift
himself up
changes
to
it.
match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
Okay,
As for
Deku gets
skill,
speed.
Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he
That's
was
true.
ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles
That is true. He was only a year in the 16, because teenagers in anime, They have to be teenagers in anime. Miles Morales, he got his powers when he was 13 years old in the Ultimate Universe. He is now currently 17 years old and has fought a lot of crazy things. Right now, he's in the new Ultimate Universe trying to get his sister back because his sister opened a portal to the Ultimate Universe and his sister is kidnapped by that new Ultimate Universe's Silver Samurai. Everyone in that new Ultimate Universe thinks that Miles' daughter could be a weapon tool by the Maker, created by the Maker. They think they think the same way for Miles Morales. Miles just wants his sister back. The new Ultimate Universe is crazy, but fun. While Miles was trained by Captain America, Colin Wing, Misty Knight, and Black Panther, while his training is arguably not intensive as Deku's full-time studying in UA, he's not inexperienced by any means. Miles has experience for years.
Everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close,
pretty much.
Which is greater experience. Skill goes to Miles, and that
Miles gets
the biggest
skill.
deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was
Who is
no
stronger?
contest. Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated All
Yeah,
for One, the
I gotta
energy
give it to
needed part
Deku.
those clouds with this punch had a yield of
Gotta give it to Deku.
362
Anime feat.
billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all. So the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons.
Miles' bomb absorption feat was really fatal. Furthermore, there's 546 megaton field of vibranium. Durability was high in calculations. The energy simply rendered New York uninhabitable for far less. Even analyzed generously, Miles' strength and armor is much weaker than One for All.
Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had.
Yeah, the vibranium is thinner because so Miles Morales can move around easier and more agile like Spider-Man.
Making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive.
Yeah, that is
all of
T'Challa's
what
new
Deku
outfit
could
in the
dish out.
comics.
In this superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed.
This fight
and
was
immense
really
strength
good. They
that
gave
made
it their
him the
all.
winning
The
hero.
animator did an amazing job.
The winner is Deku.
Next
Congratulations,
time on
Deku.
Death Battle.
Who's next? Oh no. The Hulk versus Godzilla. Okay, this is gonna be insane.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
No problem. Well, congratulations, Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku. You won your first death battle. Miles Morales, you put up a good fight. They gave you everything from Spider-Verse, Insomniac, but mostly the main 616 and 1610, and gave you everything to go up against Deku for a fighting chance. You gave it your all, and you had some categories. You had speed advantage, your powers were even, but Deku had stronger. Wait, Deku had the speed advantage. You had the skill advantage. Deku had superior speed and strength. So yeah, this was a good fight overall. I hope and the animations who did the Indies animation. Go check them out. I did reactions to both of them. I think I did reactions to both of those episodes. Overall, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, take care, have a great day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. I'll see you on the next video in the next death battle coming up in the next 3 weeks for the Hulk versus Godzilla. Until then, stay frosty out there. Bye-bye.
I thought we agreed to put that jungle business behind us. It was mating season. How could I have known she was your sister? How long have you two been standing there?
Too long.